Yeah, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's understand this part. So when the cells are connected in the series, okay, what happens now? When the cells are connected in the series, if we see A to B, you have the cell has a EMF, right? And this E1 is the
Yeah.
EMF of first cell, and the R1 is the internal resistance. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the EMF for your first cell. So we are not talking about the potential difference, okay? So here is the EMF, and this is the internal resistance, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So internal resistance is R1. Fine.
Hmm.
So this is the internal resistance R1. Now for the EMF cell 2, again the same thing, E2, and cell 3 is again the not cell 3, basically two resistance you are combining. Can you see that AB is the EMF E1 and B2C is the EMF E2 and the internal resistance R2, correct? Now when we combine these
Yes.
two cells in the series, what exactly happens? Question is clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, now look at this part. So this is the basically the bigger end is the positive terminal and smaller is the negative terminal, isn't it?
Yeah.
So here also bigger is a positive terminal and this is the negative terminal, correct? Now current has
Yes.
to go from the positive terminal to negative terminal, so that's what the reason the current direction is, if you see the current direction is going in this direction, correct?
Hmm.
Clear? And here also the current direction is this, clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Now when you do this part, what will be the equivalent? If at all you want to replace this two cells with one cell, okay, then how much it will be? How much will be the EMF and how much will be the equivalent internal resistance? So that is what is given as here. Let's assume that the entire these two cells can be replaced with the E equivalent and the internal resistance will be replaced by the R equivalent. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Meaning part is clear to you?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, so meaning is fine. So when we connect the two cells in the series and back to back, basically positive terminal to negative terminal and then positive and negative, like that, okay, then what will be the equivalent resistance and the equivalent EMF, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now let's understand how we'll do that. Now this part is clear to you. Now we'll go directly with the simple part now. So we'll find out terminal voltage now. A to B, what is the potential difference? That will be given as E1 minus R1, isn't it? Write the equation 3.60. VAB potential. So basically total potential will be VAB plus VBC, isn't it? Because voltage are getting added now here. From A to C, what is the terminal voltage? The total voltage from A to B and total voltage from B to C, isn't it?
Yeah.
So write down the 3.60 equation. VAB is equal to potential at A minus potential of B is nothing but the EMF E1 minus I into R1, because in the series, if you see, this current will be the same. Current is not going to change, isn't it? The same current will pass through the EMF E2 and same current will pass through the EMF E1 also. See, the current has to be same. So that means same current goes through both the cells. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Any questions, any doubts?
No, sir. Clear.
Okay, good. Excellent. Same, write down the equation 3.60 and write down the equation 3.61 also. Because 3.61 equation is, we need to find the terminal voltage for the point B to C, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the point B to C, so it's something like this. So something like this. Basically, the terminal voltage from A to B, it's capital VAB. Will represent as AB, and B to C is represented capital V BC, isn't it? Right? This is the terminal voltage from A to B, and B to C terminal voltage is B to C. Clear? And total will be given as VAC. Right? So total voltage will be given as VAB plus VC. Right?
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes, understood.
Okay. Now next is what we say that. So VA minus VC. Now total potential will be VA plus VBC. Okay. So we'll do that. VA minus VC is what we'll get now. We'll add these two. And what is the answer now? So total potential will be given as E minus. Okay. You add these two equations, Vijay. This part equation.
Okay.
Equation 1 and equation 2 you need to add it. 3.60 and 3.61 you just add these two equations. Then will be equation VAC will be given as E1 plus E2 minus I R1 plus R2. Correct? No?
Yeah.
You will get this equation. Understood?
Yes, understood.
Good. Now anyway potential is can be equivalent potential can be given as, we have to map it this part, right? This has to map with the equivalent will be like this. So once you got these two equations, isn't it? Once we got these two equations, this we need to map it with the VAC. Okay. So once you got the VAC, so this will be given as, this will be written as E equivalent, isn't it?
Yeah.
E equivalent, okay, minus I, this is R equivalent. That means, so this becomes the terminal voltage. V will be given as E equivalent minus I R equivalent, right? So E equivalent is the E equivalent is the EMF, and R equivalent is the sum of the internal resistance. Correct? So that's how it's represented like this. Can you see here?
Yes, sir.
So E equivalent will be E1 plus E2 and R equivalent will be R1 plus R2 in the series. Clear? Any questions, any doubts?
No, sir. Clear.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay. So that's fine. So you got it this part now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now one more thing we need to understand. Rule of the series combination directly can be extended to any number of cells now. The equivalent EMF of a cell EMF of the series combination of a cell is just the sum of the individual EMFs, and the equivalent internal resistance combination is sum of the internal resistance. Now what happens, Vijay, if we just change the polarity? We discussed the same polarity, right? If this E2 will be negative here and this become positive here, so how will you do that? It gets subtracted, nothing to worry.
Okay.
See, positive direction is this direction, right? Then the current will be going in this direction, so EMF will get subtracted. Always remember that EMF, when the positive terminal and the another battery is positive terminal in the same direction, then will be added. If they're opposite terminal, then will be subtracted. Got it?
Okay. Yes, I got it.
Clear, no?
Yeah.
So it's simple. In the figure 3.20, we had connected a negative electrode to the first positive electrode or the second. Instead, we connect the two negatives, would change the VAB to minus E to IR2. Got it, no?
Yes, I got it.
E minus E2 will become. Fine. So this is the important part. You need to remember this part, okay? If you,
Okay. Will you repeat that again, sir?
I'll explain to you. If you didn't get it, let's do that so that we get a clarity in this part. I'll just make it changes and show it to you. Okay. So let me draw it here and then show it to you. Okay. Look here. So this is what the, now what I'll do here is in E2 I'll make this E2 it's fine now. This becomes a negative now and this becomes a positive. Is it okay?
Okay.
And this is also negative and this is positive. Clear? So basically negative terminal, one battery is connected to negative terminal of the another battery, right? So direction of this current will be like this then. Right?
Yeah.
Understood, right? So this current, this will be removed from here. It will be directly, the current will be like this. Clear, no? Understood?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Now what happens is basically will here the EMF, basically VABC in EMF only will get changed. VBC in terminal voltage will be given as, this will become minus E1, minus E2, minus I R2. Got it?
Okay.
And this VAB will be given as, this will be given as same, E1 minus I R1. Clear? When you add it,
Yes,
so
sir.
the equivalent resistance, equivalent EMF will be E1 minus E2 and minus I R equivalent. Clear? This will become like this. That's it.
Okay.
Understood now? Clear?
Yes, understood.
Any questions, any doubts?
No, sir. Clear.
Perfect. Okay. Clear. Now let's go to the next part, parallel part. Draw the figure 3.21 now.
Okay, sir.
Let's draw the figure 3.21. Then we'll try to understand this. What happens when you connect the cells in the parallel now? Clear? Now let's see what happens when you connect in the parallel now.
Sir.
Done? Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now let's understand this part. See, here we connected two cells in the parallel now, right? It's the
Yeah.
same. So now we connected the same positive terminal in one same side and the negative terminal in the same side. We can connect the negative terminal also, in the E2 part, but the same. The result will becomes the minus E2, isn't it? Same thing. How we did in the series, it becomes the same thing only here also. But before that, we need to understand what happens in the parallel when you connect the two cells in the two cells connected in parallel, how will be the equivalent cell will be taken as? Clear?
Okay.
Now you see A to B, the current is flowing let's say in this direction from B to A, and then at the junction the two currents I1 and I2 are meeting at this point, correct? And the current I is going, correct? Fine here, and this part from the B2 also the current I1 is going and I2 is going, and then from C to B2 the current I is going. So when the current comes at the junction B2, current is splitting in the two parts I1 and I2, and from the cell also again the same current is going and the same current is going and meeting at the point B, and the current is I at the point from the B to A. Clear? So similarly, the entire thing, if we want to represent the equivalent only by one EMF, that will be represented as a E equivalent and the R equivalent. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So I is the current going from here and I is current coming from this side. Clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
how do you now we need to find out what happens in the internal resistance. We need to find what happens exactly in the current flowing through this part. Now you will do directly with this part. Now I current is divided into parts. I is equal to I1 plus I2. Write down this part. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Understood now? Excellent. Now focus on this first part now. Focus on the first EMF now. What is the terminal voltage of the first part? See, Vincent, you know also that terminal voltage for the first cell will be same as the terminal voltage in the second cell also, because in the parallel the voltage will always remain the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Parallel the voltage is same, right? Potential difference at the parallel is always same, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we'll find out the V in the first case with the respect to EMF 1. So V will be given as EMF 1 minus I into R1, correct?
Yeah.
And what will be the V here? This will be I1, isn't it? Because the current flowing through the cell 1 is I1, isn't it?
Yeah.
I1 R1, correct now?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, for the second case, V will be equal to E2 minus I2 R2, correct?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Any questions, any doubts?
No, sir. Clear.
Now, from here make the I1 as a subject. That means I1 R1 will be equal to E1 minus V, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then I1 will be equal to E1 minus V the whole divided by R1. Right, Vijay?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, find out I2 from here. I2 find out from here. Okay?
Okay.
And once you get I1, I2, then we'll substitute in this equation 1. In this equation 1. Got it?
Yes, sir.
This equation will substitute it. And this I will be anyway, I will be the same. Here also I will be what? In terms of equivalent resistance, we can put it I will be equal to what? Here, if it is I the current here, then as per the terminal voltage, V will be equal to E equivalent, right? So E equivalent minus I R equivalent, correct now?
Yes, sir.
As per this part. So here the current will be given as I will be equal to E equivalent minus V the whole divided by R equivalent, correct?
Yeah.
You got it or not?
Not really, sir.
Not really? Okay. No problem. So this I did for this equivalent now. Basically, what we need to substitute, we want to substitute this I is equal to E equivalent minus V by R equivalent in this equation number 1. Got it? Then we need to find the value of V.
Okay.
So see, you got the equivalent terms is this one. Total in the parallel, if the current is I, then what will be the total thing in terms of the EMF, equivalent EMF. This we will substitute in this equation 1, and I1 will substitute this one here, and I2 whatever you calculate, this will substitute it here.
Okay.
Got it? That is what we
Yes,
need to
sir.
do. So look here, I is equal to I1 plus I2. So we exactly substituting this only. E1 minus V by R1 by E2 minus V by R2. Correct, no?
Yes,
Understood?
sir.
Yeah. Substitute it now here. Same thing. E1 minus V by R1, and you also will get it here as E2 minus V by R2. E2 minus V by whole by R2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So I1 you got it, I2 you got it, just substitute in the equation 1, and I equivalent also we can substitute it here, and we can just solve for the V part. We can make V as a subject, and then you should get the equation this. Okay,
Okay, sir.
let's try it out. E1 R1 plus R2, if it is that equivalent V by R, and okay, no problem. I think we can directly do from here R1 plus R2, and I is equal to R1 plus, we can directly put it in terms of what is that, R1 plus R2, right?
Yeah.
I think we can directly put it here only, no problem. So we can just solve for the V here, and okay, he mentioned I in terms of I only, so we keep it in I only, so we will get it now, no problem. We can no need to substitute this I here, we can directly use the I here, we can solve for the I part. Just make, when you substitute it, just make the V as a subject then, okay? So it will be something like this, I will be equal to, what is that, E1, right? E1
Yeah.
minus V by R1 plus what is that, E1 E2 minus V, right?
Yeah.
You have E2 minus V by R2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now separate the numerator as a fraction, Vijay, and then keep the E1 and E2 together, and keep the V common from this one now. Example like this, E1 by R1 minus V by R1, correct? V by R1, right?
Yeah.
Plus same thing here also, E2 E2 by R2. Then here also we can just write down. So what is that? E2 by R2. This is minus sign. And then this will be V by R2. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now group the E1 by R1 and E2 by R2 group together and group minus V by R1 and minus V by R2 and solve it. And you need to make the subject V equal to. You have to get V is equal to. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Try it out.
Okay.
If you don't get it, then I'll explain to you. But this is how you have to do it.
Okay. Okay, sir. I got it now.
Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So what did you get now? Did you get this equation now? V is equal to E1 R2 plus E2 R1 by R1 plus R2 minus I R1 plus R2 by R1 plus R2. Did you get it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now this equation we need to map it with this equivalent one. Okay, so once you got this equation, we'll map it now with this part. Okay, once you got this equation, now we'll try to map it using the equivalent terms in the parallel resistance. Right now, if you just see this V terminal voltage for the across the parallel will be given as this. So this will be equivalent resistance, equivalent EMF, and this will be the equivalent resistance, internal resistance, right?
Yes, sir.
So in the parallel, what happens? Equivalent EMF will be given as E1 R2 plus E2 R1 by R1 plus R. This becomes a formula for you, and this is the parallel formula. The two resistances given to you. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. For the two EMFs we calculate, we get the equivalent EMF is this one, like this. Correct? Now we'll generalize it for the n terms now. So in the similar terms, when you try to evaluate, now put it E equivalent is equal to this one. Just write down this part. Yeah. Write down the equation 3.73 and 3.74. So finally, you got the two cells when you connected in the parallel. Their equivalent EMF will be calculated like this. Understood?
Yeah.
E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2, and R equivalent will be given as R1 R2 plus R divided by R1 plus R2. Clear? And when you separate it out, it's just a simpler way. We can just, it remains the same. The reciprocal if equivalent resistance is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Understood?
Yes, I understand.
And here this changes when you have equivalent resistance for equivalent EMF. This will be given as equivalent EMF by R equivalent is given as E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2. This is the another way to remember it. You can remember like this or you can remember like this, but this way you can remember only for the two EMFs in the parallel. In this way you can remember if there are n number of EMFs in the parallel. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yeah.
How? Let's see. So here also remember that Vijay, so this is the two formulas you got it. Okay, so finally we want to understand this formula. Okay, this is the two formulas you got. Okay, now E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2, this is what is the simpler terms we can mention. Correct? Now what was the condition for this? If the condition was if you just look at this part clearly, the terminals of the two batteries are both facing in the same direction, right? Positive and the negative both are facing in the same direction, right? What happens if I change this? Okay, let's see. We'll change the polarity now. Is it okay? We'll change the polarity.
Okay.
We'll change the polarity, Vijay. Let's see. Okay. What I'll do is now I'll change the polarity for this one. I'll make this E2 as this is negative and this is positive. Is it okay?
Okay.
Now this becomes the negative and this becomes the positive. What do you say now? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Now here it is positive and here it is negative. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Clear? Understood?
Understood.
Now what will change now? What is going to change? So in the place of E2, you will just mention as minus E2. That's the only change you will have. Now E2, it was positive E2, now it will become minus E2. Clear? Rest everything remain the same. So here what changes will happen? This positive sign will go off and it will become the negative sign. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, next one. If this remains if I want to change this negative and this positive, the minus E1 will become here. Clear, no?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Understood? Any questions, any doubts?
No, sir. Clear.
Good, Vijay. So this part is clear to you? Excellent.
Yeah.
Now write in the equation for the 3.77 now. When you have n cells connected in parallel, let's try it with the part. Okay. Write on the equation 3.77 also now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's see. Now this happens, now this we have done the two part, isn't it? Now if at all we want some more, connection, one more cell connected here, and we want small cell and one more cell and one more cell, one more cell, one more cell, one more cell, and so on. if we just so on. This is the, let's say, EMF of N. Okay, this is E of N. EMF of E of N, you connect it here. So when N number of the cells are connected, Vijay, what will happen now? N number of cells are connected in parallel.
Yeah.
So this equation, we'll just extend it now. What will happen to the internal resistance? Total internal resistance will be given as total internal resistance will be equal to like this. 1 by R equivalent will be 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, so on till the 1 by Rn. Correct?
Yeah.
And here the total EMF for N cells in parallel. So R equivalent, E equivalent by R equivalent will be given is equal to E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by R3, so on till the En by Rn. Did you understand?
Yeah.
So both are interrelated now. In when connected in parallel, so this is the formula. It's easy way to remember this formula, and this is also easy way to remember the formula. Clear? Any questions? Any doubts?
No, sir. Clear.
So this becomes the easiest way to remember the formula. Correct?
Yeah.
For the N number of the cells connected in parallel. Clear? Any questions? Any doubt, Vijay?
No, sir. Clear.
Okay, perfect. Just read out this part now and let me know in case you have any doubt in this part, so that we can clarify this part.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then we can go with the Kirchhoff's rule.